A Douglas County judge dismisses kidnapping charges against two Omaha teenagers. 19-year-old Juantez Ruffin and 18-year-old James Barnes were arrested in June after allegedly ordering two children into their car near 40th and Grand. But in a preliminary hearing, Judge Marcina Hendres found there is insufficient evidence for the case to move forward. Charges of intentional child abuse and use of a firearm to commit a felony were dismissed as well.